We are starting with a new series of Game Lab wherein we would be creating awesome games in Game Lab and then we would be publishing them in the Play Store. So let's just start creating. So first of all, you need to go to code.org. So I have already created a bookmark here so that it's a shortcut key for me. Now you can also create a bookmark by just clicking on this star button and just click done. Then the bookmark will be successfully created here, and even you can create a shortcut here. Just put the name here, suppose phone.org, and then put the website name here, www.code.org. Then whenever you click it, the website gets open, but I'm removing this shortcut because I already have a bookmark. So I don't need so many bookmarks. One is enough. So let's just create a new Game Lab project. And I am really very excited for creating these such awesome games. And we can create any type of game here. Just we need to know is the basics. If we get to know the basics of Game Lab, then actually if we practice making more and more games, then we would be able to create any game which we imagine of. So let's just start creating a game. So in my channel you would be finding many amazing games created by Game Lab. So you can just follow it. In the upcoming videos I shall be posting it. Then you can, after watching all the videos of Game Lab and after watching all the projects of Game Lab which I have created and posted the tutorials of, you can then actually create your any game which you actually wonder of, which you actually imagine of, and then you can just publish it in Play Store. So now let's just start with the basics. We are going to learn the basics of Game Lab. So what are actually, this is the basics. So we actually know what is this rename button. Here just rename the project. Suppose here you can write basics, introductory session, or you can write. So this is actually an introductory session wherein I would be teaching you the basics of Game Lab. Then what are these things? So here we are just learning them. So today let's just look at this toolbox. So this is actually some of the blocks. Now when we come towards this sprite, this is useful for a game sprite because of course each game has some of the sprites. Or else what is the game all about? So this is the most used section in our all games. And these one to all, I will teach you every block here in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned with this channel. And what is this drawing? This is often used. We can put a background color. You can actually put a background color. Here, we can put a background color. Suppose if I give the background color, suppose as green, and when I run it, see the background color is green. So this is actually we call as background color. And when we are creating some shapes, then all these stuffs are required to perform the mathematical operations. Suppose you are creating a very complex game. Then for that game you will need this mathematical operation. Suppose for a score. For the score, of course, you will need these mathematical operations if you are creating very complex games. Isn't it? And then these are the functions and then variables. So variables, if you have followed my App Lab series, so there I have already taught you what variables are and this console.log everything. So if you haven't watched this App Lab series, I would recommend you to watch that App Lab series too, so that you have a good understanding. And then these are the controls, suppose if, else, and this is also a used block which we use it in our games because that's needed. Now then here world with groups, we will be using it. Then variables, I have already told you. Comments, if you know what are the comments. Comments are actually if we are going to specify, suppose if we create this there. So for creating a very complex game, we would be requiring a lot of codes to be written. So because if suppose we have created the game today, tomorrow I come back because I need to fix an error. I have to debug the game because there is some bug in that game. So how will I rectify it? Because the code is so long, I have to just read each and every code. So for that we write comments so that each section we can write. Suppose this is the section of the first sprite, that it is doing that. So like that we can just we can just divide the codes by this comment so that it's easier for us if we come back and to check to rectify the game. So this is actually one. So now that's all for today. So in the next video we will be learning the meaning of this function block. What is this function block actually? We will be learning about this in the next session.